Hey everyone, just wanted to make you aware of a little promotional partnership that we have struck with a local business. A little brewery. Fantastic brew house out of Elmira, my hometown, and where Mel currently lives. That's in Elmira. She doesn't live at the brew house.
No, well, I mean, depends on the week.
I guess that's true. But anyway, we really like this business. I have been there a few times and very much enjoyed their beers and their hospitality.
Absolutely.
But I will turn it over to Mel now to tell you what it's all about.
Ooh. So as Rod said, it's a small brewery out in Elmira, Ontario, and it's called Rural Roots. And it's a fantastic little spot. They really strive to be community-driven. The owner is fantastic. If you get the chance to meet Roger, please do. He has a huge heart for that place. And Tanya, the manager, she's great too. But the whole staff is wonderful. The beers are great. Have you had any of their beers, Rod?
I have.
Yes. What's your favorite?
Well, name some of them for me so I can remember, you know.
Well, there's Birthday Suit Lager.
I haven't had that, but I do love the name.
That's a great, hot day drinking beer.
Did you say hot date?
Hot day.
Oh, day. So it's like a session beer.
yeah,
cool,
exactly.
Cool.
But yeah, they got a great honey cream ale. They have Kolsch. They have IPAs.
Really like their Kolsch.
Yes.
I have had it. Oh, yeah, I very much like it.
Yeah. Very, very cool place. I would recommend everyone go check it out.
And they oftentimes have local bands coming
Absolutely.
in.
Yeah.
I know a couple of friends in different bands have played there and play there regularly.
Yes, they do.
So, yeah, we absolutely entreat you to go out and check these guys out. They're fantastic. And say hi.
Yeah, and we will link them in, and we'll put our link below so you can check them out. And
Right.
And please go visit them.
Right. All right. Cheers, everyone.
Thanks.
The following podcast contains mature subject matter, adult themes, and may also contain profanity. You have been warned.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to The Absurd, a podcast of many things, all things that are absurd.
Like Rod.
You know, I was just going to say, do you know what's not absurd? My co-host Mel, but to hell with that. Speaking of absurd, here's my co-host Mel. Hi, Mel.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm great.
Are you?
I am. I'm off this week, so it's quite nice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a good reason to be great, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do it like Tony the Tiger?
Great.
Yeah, his job's secure. Yeah, so anything new?
You didn't turn your phone off. That's what's new. Oh, wait, that's not new.
It is off in the sense that there's no notification sounds.
Yeah, there was. There totally was.
Yeah, so apparently my phone wasn't off.
That's
but
what
it is
I said.
now. Huh?
That's what I said.
I know. Yeah, so anything new?
No.
No?
Not really.
How was your weekend?
Weekend was good.
Was it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Because Sunday you
good.
were kind of confused.
I was very confused.
What
I
did
was
you
a little
do?
foggy, both
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday.
I know.
I went out on Friday night and played music bingo
Oh, where?
at Rural Roots.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice.
And it was 60s.
Well, you
Which
must
is-
have done really well.
I did not.
Yeah.
I was terrible.
I love that.
But, it was all right because
No.
there's beer.
Well, sure, eh?
So I drank a lot of that. So I was a little foggy the next day,
Mm-hmm.
to which rolled into a girls' day, I should say. So it was all afternoon, all evening. I spent the night, and it was drinking from noon to midnight
And where was that?
at my friend Evelina's.
Oh, yeah. Good old Ev.
Yeah, good old
she's,
Ev.
She's a follower.
Yes, she is.
Like of our podcast.
Yes, yeah.
I think she's a leader otherwise.
Yeah, that tracks. But yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah, I have so no interest in doing stuff like that anymore.
What?
one
Like having
night-
fun?
Sure, shut up. No, but like if I got loaded one night, which I avoid doing nowadays,
Mm-hmm.
that's it.
Yeah.
Like the next night, forget about it.
I wasn't loaded.
Forget about it.
I wasn't loaded.
Come on.
It was enough to make me feel uncomfortable the next day.
Tell your Uncle Rod all about it.
Now Saturday was a different story,
Uh-huh.
but
Yeah, your texts were interesting Sunday. They were not entirely lucid.
no, not really.
Um,
But yeah, it was fun.
yeah, I thanks for asking. I didn't do that much on the weekend.
How was your weekend, Rod?
So Friday night I went to this new place in Kitchener called Canadian Brew House.
I've been hearing a lot of stuff about this place, good and bad.
Yeah, I'm mostly in the bad camp.
Oh,
I'm going to go this Friday again to give them one more shot.
yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say. I mean, I'm going to give them another shot.
Okay.
All right. Like our server was really nice, but the order was really screwed up. But they comped it.
Okay.
No,
was
so-
it good though?
No.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it wasn't bad, but I asked for hot wings.
Mm-hmm.
I got naked wings with no sauce, which is pretty far removed from hot saucy wings, as you know.
Wow.
And I ate them, but because my server didn't come around to check on if everything was okay.
Yeah.
She's young. She was very pleasant, like I said.
Is this a new place?
Oh, yeah. It's only been open like 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Where
it's
is it?
huge. It's on Fairway Road.
Yeah.
Well, Kingsway, actually. But massive, massive place. Music, I hated it. My friend loved it. Well, I shouldn't say I hated it. And they couldn't get it together. Like, the music would start, the song, and then it would stop. And there'd be silence for like a minute, and then it would start again. And one thing, as you know, I'm not adverse to swearing. Examples can be heard anytime if you come and visit me. But when the waitress or the server, she said, would you like another order of the wings done properly, or would you like me to remove these from the bill? I said, just take them off the bill, because I wasn't going to eat another order of wings.
Right, right.
And then she came back. She said, well, like the manager would like to talk to you. I'm like, okay, yeah, no problem. And manager came over, and he was fine, he comped them. But what was weird, and I don't like this, and pardon me, I am about to swear now. He was like, yeah, sorry, a lot of fucking things have been going wrong. We're having a lot of fucking problems with the kitchen. I'm not offended by swearing, but how did he know I wasn't?
Yeah.
That's unprofessional.
Yeah.
Really
Agreed.
unprofessional.
Yeah, for sure.
And I wasn't put off in the sense that I was offended, because I wasn't offended, but I was more like, dude, you might want to check that.
Yeah.
Because you're going to do that to the wrong person. And,
Yeah.
you know, they're not going to freak out, but they're probably going to contact your owner and say, what the heck?
Yeah.
You know, I don't appreciate that language. And
Yeah, that's not cool.
no, I mean, he was very pleasant. Again, he
I'm
was
sure.
a nice guy.
I'm sure, but
But-
that's not the place.
No, man. And then Saturday, I went with my friend Jessica. She took me out for my birthday dinner. We were supposed to go last weekend, but we were both sick. So we went to Graffiti Market. Have you been to Graffiti Market?
I have. Yeah.
I think it's gone downhill.
Yeah. I saw your post about that.
Yeah. It's still quite good,
Yeah.
but the beer list isn't as good as it was. Food was, you know, nothing wrong with it, but it ain't cheap.
No, it is not.
You know, and I have no qualms about paying more money for food, providing that the quality keeps in step with the price increase. Right. Service was 6.5 out of 10.
Okay.
So again, not brilliant, but yeah,
Well, that's too bad.
it is too bad.
2 for
really.
2.
Yeah, but whatever. But then Sunday, I went to Strikers.
And all was well with the world.
It was pretty well, actually.
Yeah.
I've never had on Sundays they do unbreaded wings,
Okay.
which I generally like breaded, but I'm gonna give these a try. You know,
Yeah.
79 cents a wing.
Okay.
They were very good. I actually had beer.
Did you know?
I'm actually come to a new decision. I'm only drinking on weekends,
Okay.
not during the week at all.
That's a good decision.
And even then, not much.
Yeah.
Right. I think I had 2 big schooners Friday night, but it was Coors Light. Saturday night, I had 2 beers. It was Stockyards, great beer. And then Sunday, I had 2 Wellington SPAs.
Oh, nice. Look at you.
Look at me.
I try to do the no drinking thing during the week, but it doesn't always pan out.
Well, it doesn't just happen on its own. Like, you actually have to make the decision when they come around and say, what would you like to drink? And you'd be like, beer.
Yeah,
I mean, no.
It's kind of my first response,
Well,
but, I don't go out that much during the week, so.
What you need is some discipline.
Wow.
By that, I mean self-discipline, of course. Yeah, so we actually have we sitting here talking about food and beer for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
We do actually have a brief snippet, a niggle.
A teaser.
Of podcast news. We are in the process, in the works, you might say, of setting up a live broadcast recording session. Out and about.
Out and about.
Out and about. Oot and a boot, you might say, if
Yes,
you're American
that's
trying
right.
to imitate a Canadian.
Right. Yeah, we're still building that together, but
Yep.
we will keep you posted.
Heck yes, we will.
On, the doings of that.
That's
But
right.
It's very exciting.
For those of you who live in the neighborhood, as it were, you can and should come out to it.
Yes, you should.
But stay tuned for more information.
Please stand by.
Ooh, good one. Hey,
Yeah.
Mel,
What?
you got a story for us?
Yeah. Sure.
You want to lay it on us?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
A man amputates penis with an axe after
Jesus.
consuming psilocybin mushrooms.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a...
Have you ever
let's
done
say
mushrooms?
That's a hard... Huh?
Have you ever done mushrooms?
I refuse to answer that on the grounds that it might incriminate me.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Well, after hearing this, you may not want to.
I want to know how much he took
Okay.
and what other mental illnesses this man
All right.
has in play here.
All right. Doctors in Austria have documented the first known instance of psilocybin-induced penile amputation. A 37-year-old man consumed a large quantity of magic mushrooms. Not long after consuming the mushrooms, the man began to experience a terrifying hallucination or delusion, which led him to take an axe and sever his penis into multiple pieces. Not just one, but several. Several.
I'm actually sitting here, you may have seen me,
Yeah, I did.
because I'm trying to think, how do you swing an axe? That's almost like a hatchet. An axe swinging with one hand,
Yeah.
that close to your body,
Yeah.
it's got to be tricky.
Yeah.
What were you going to say? It must be what?
I was going to say it must be a smaller axe.
Oh, okay.
Because, I think of
Yeah,
how
like a
wide it
hatchet.
is. How... Anyways.
Well, anyway, go on.
Yes,
Yeah,
okay.
sorry.
The details of the event are unclear to the patient, as he did not fully remember what had occurred. The man, who had a history of depression and alcohol abuse, ingested 4 or 5 dried psilocybin mushrooms while he was alone in a secluded vacation home. So I don't know if that's a lot. I have no idea. I don't know much about mushrooms.
Well, if it's a whole mushroom, 4 or 5 of them, yeah, it's
That's a
awful lot. Terrible lot, obviously.
The man reportedly tied a piece of cloth around his genital area to control the bleeding and placed the severed parts of his penis in a jar filled with snow.
Why would you not?
He then left the house bleeding profusely
I would think
in
so.
search for help. A passerby found him in a confused state and called for emergency services. The man was transported to a nearby village and later to a hospital, arriving approximately 5 hours after the amputation. Upon arrival, the patient was in critical condition, having lost a significant amount of blood. He was immediately taken into surgery, where doctors worked to stabilize him and control the bleeding. His penis was contaminated with soil and snow, and parts of the organ were severely damaged.
I would imagine.
Surgeons were able to save the glands, the tip of the penis, and about 2 centimeters of the penile shaft.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. But the other sections were too damaged to be repaired. Remarkably, the replantation was successful despite the significant challenges posed by the extent of the injury and contamination. Despite initial difficulties, the patient's condition improved after the surgery, although he continued to suffer from severe psychotic symptoms, including auditory hallucinations and religious delusions.
Wow.
He was placed under psychiatric care, and after about a week, they moved him back to the urology department where he continued his recovery. So overall, he's able to use it again, but the length of his penis was significantly reduced.
Sounds like.
Yeah.
Well,
so that's some crazy hallucinations to make you want to do that.
I would think there's a lot of lessons in this story. Wow.
Yeah. And like I don't know much about it. That's a world I've never dabbled in, but I remember a friend of mine did it once before, and he called me. This is before cell phones. And he had called me telling me that his picture on his wall was alive and the fire was trying to jump out and burn him.
Cool.
Because it was a picture of like people around a campfire.
Yeah.
And he's like, the fire's like, it's trying to get me, and he's freaking out.
Well, yes, I have.
Yeah.
I've never had any kind of hallucinatory experience.
No.
And I suppose if you took a huge amount, it's all but guaranteed that you would hallucinate. But at the more normal amounts, most people won't hallucinate.
Okay.
I have no idea what the predisposition is for hallucinating, like what would result in one person getting a hallucination on a certain dose and someone else not hallucinating on the same level of dose.
Are there different strains, like with, say, like THC and all that stuff? Is it the same kind of...
Well, I don't...
like some are stronger than others, the others have different...
Yeah, but I don't know why I have no idea about quality control of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
More and more people are microdosing them.
I've heard this, yeah.
Yeah, and that's where you're taking about a quarter of a gram at a time, which would never be enough to, you're certainly not going to hallucinate. You would barely even feel high.
Right.
And they grow like crazy in southwestern British Columbia. Like they're a naturally occurring thing, obviously.
Sure, yeah.
There's lots of places you can order them online.
Yeah.
And I think you will see them become legal here too.
I think they're trying to.
Well, there's certainly groups, different retailers who are trying to.
Yeah.
And again, it's like anything else. If you control the dosage, you're going to be absolutely fine.
Yep.
And I think it is just like THC, like the amount at which you could conceivably overdose, as in be in a dangerous situation, is an obscene amount of them. Like a ridiculous amount. You might want to die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To make
Yes.
it end.
Yes.
But you know what? Interestingly, I was just reading this the other day. Back in the 60s, when LSD was more prevalent and immeasurably more potent than it is today, people would, if they were having a bad trip, they would take large amounts of vitamin B.
Really?
Like niacin.
Vitamin B.
And it would knock them out of the trip.
Interesting.
No, I'd never heard that before in my life. And of course, I know you can still get LSD or acid, but barely anyone uses it anymore, so the quality's crap.
Yeah.
Right? Supply and demand, straight economics.
Sure.
But no, I'm not going to advocate beyond what I'm about to say. Mushrooms are fun.
Yeah.
You know, keep it a smart dose.
Sure.
You
Like
know,
anything.
100%.
Yeah.
You know,
Like anything.
you can have some fun on a few shots of vodka. You're gonna dump the 26er down your gob.
Right.
You're gonna be in a bad way. Right.
So don't do what I did on the weekend.
Well, unless you did that. But yeah, you know, there's dangerous levels to everything.
That's very true.
You know, even potato chips, which I hold dear. There's probably a toxic level.
Is there?
I don't know, but I bet you it's a lot.
I don't know. I think that salt and vinegar might burn your insides
You don't like
after a
salt and
while.
vinegar chips?
It's not that I don't like them. It's just not something I go towards.
Oh, I do.
Because it hurts my mouth. I get like canker sores and stuff.
Well, I don't get canker sores. You might want to see your doctor about that.
I don't have one.
You're going to get one, though. Like a doctor, not a canker sore.
Well, I'm probably going to get a canker sore, too.
Probably deserve it.
Wow.
Yeah, so... But it did say this guy in your story there, he did suffer from depression and alcoholism, I think. It said.
Alcohol abuse, yeah.
Those couldn't have helped. I'm sure they contributed.
Sure.
You know, but yeah, that's really not too bad, man. But I suppose it could be worse. Like, he's alive.
He's alive.
He can still stand up to pee.
Yeah.
Which, you know, is obviously an awesome superpower.
Well, it did actually, another part said that he has to sit to go pee.
Oh.
Because things aren't lined up the way that it used to be.
Wow, how
and
critical.
It's only, that big now. So it's,
right. Yeah. Well, it's like Winston Churchill said, why stand when you can sit? Pretty sure he said that.
Did he?
I don't know, probably. I'll ask him. I had a save on his bathroom cleaning. Yeah. That sucks. I asked you.
What do you got? You
what
got something?
Don't I got? Oh, I got something.
Do you now?
Sure I do.
What?
Okay. You like a Dollar Tree, don't you?
I love...
Like, I don't mean a tree that grows dollars.
I would love that too.
Who wouldn't? But you like the store Dollar Tree.
I do love Dollar Tree.
Well, I have a story from a Dollar Tree.
You're not going to ruin Dollar Tree for me, are you?
I can't tell you what I'm going to do.
Oh,
I don't know how
boy.
you'll react. I'm not responsible for your reaction.
I want to go to Dollar Tree now.
Not now. Wait till we're done this. Okay, cool. So a friend of mine, Becky Claire, she sent me a story that I'm going to do later in the podcast. But I mention her name now because she has a strong familial connection to where this story took place.
Okay.
This takes place in that veritable Garden of Eden on Earth known as South Bend, Indiana. Ooh-wee.
Garden of Eden.
Yeah, dude. If you ever get a chance, go to Gary, Indiana. You'll love it.
Okay.
No, don't. Okay, so a mother said her daughter was exposed to a potential health hazard while smelling a candle at a local store.
Oh, God.
This all happened at the Dollar Tree in South Bend, Indiana. Adriana Shelton and her 9-year-old daughter Gray, which is kind of a cool name.
Oh,
spelled
Gray.
wrong, spelled the American way, but still. Were at the Dollar Tree on South Bend Avenue shopping for a gift for Gray's teacher when Gray reached for a candle on the shelf. I like this kid. Buying a gift for her teacher? Dollar Tree's a good idea.
It's a great idea.
We're smelling candles, and she picked up a candle to smell and tilted it back, and it literally, liquid went down her. At first we were like, well, maybe it's just water. And as we were just walking through the store, we got a foul smell. And Gray goes, Mom, my shirt really stinks, said Shelton.
Oh, no.
The smell was urine sitting in the candle on the store shelf.
No, it wasn't.
Appalled by the stain and smell on her daughter's shirt, Shelton went to a manager searching for answers. The store manager offered her a shirt as replacement. That's nice. They have been telling me this has been happening for over a month, and they're not able to catch the person doing it. And there's no cameras down the aisle where he is doing it.
Maybe they should.
So the store employees, the manager, has asked corporate to put in cameras in those areas. And corporate just doesn't want to pay for those, said Shelton. This reporting agency talked to the store manager on duty. The manager said Dollar Tree has been in contact with police and are trying to find out who is urinating in the candles. It's just a mess. They need to do better. They need to actually care. Even if it's not what they want to do, at least have a warning. Hey, be on the lookout. because this is just unacceptable. It's disgusting, said Shelton. Shelton has filed a report with South Bend police, and they are investigating. Shelton said that she took her daughter to urgent care, and fortunately she's going to be just fine.
Oh, no.
Poor
I'm
kid.
going to... You've ruined candles for me now.
I did nothing of the sort. This
Yeah.
clown who's weeing in them. Like, what the...
Who does that?
Well, this dude, apparently. I know people say, how do you know it's a dude? I can easily imagine that it's a lot harder for a woman to pull that off than a dude, you know. And no diss to my own Y chromosome, but this has dude written all over it.
Yeah.
But poor kid. Jesus.
Yeah.
Anyway.
She'll never sniff another candle.
I hope she does. But I hope that it's a nice one.
Yeah.
You know.
Not pee candle.
No. I hope they catch
Piss
a
candles.
loser.
Buy yours today.
You say piss candles?
Piss candles.
I don't like that. I wouldn't get any. I wouldn't want them.
Wasn't there, is it Gwyneth Paltrow or something?
Ugh.
She has like a bunch of interesting smelling candles.
One that smells like her vagina.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much so on the show that I watch, Clarkson's Farm.
Yeah.
Who's a guy from Top Gear and Grand Tour. They opened a farm store, and he made I think there were candles made out of beeswax that reportedly smelled like his scrotum.
Wow.
I don't know how you'd know that. I don't know how you'd know if that smells like Gwyneth Paltrow's
I don't know.
vagine.
Yeah. I don't know.
Interesting.
Anyways, just made me think of that.
How would you capture that scent?
I have nothing. I don't know.
Anyway.
I don't know. No, I don't want to.
Yeah, that smells almost like it. You know, put in some more nutmeg. Or whatever. I don't know. Actually, now that I think about it, nutmeg wouldn't be in there. Yeah.
Anyways.
So, poor kid. I hope they find this clown. I'm actually going to monitor this as best as I can to see if they catch him. And, you know, like, yeah.
Like, what's this guy getting out of this? Like,
probably this.
Probably just that.
Yeah.
Like,
you know.
oh, this sucker's going to smell this candle and my pee's going to go all over them.
Yeah, there's some very angry, hate-filled people in the world. Like, but to do it like, oh, I don't know. Like, here's a kid it happened to a kid, for God's sakes.
That's disgusting.
100%. Like, it's disgusting if it happens to anyone. But a little kid? Jerk. I hope they catch him and, I was going to say give him a whole lot of mushrooms and an axe. But no, I take that back. That's probably a little...
That might be a little much.
That's a little heavy.
That's a little much, yeah. Get him to smell all the pee candles.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, piss candles.
I like pee candles better. Sells. Better marketing.
Pee?
Yeah.
I don't know, piss.
Yeah. Hey, do you got a story for us?
Yeah, I got one.
Lay it on.
Alrighty. Remains and the car of a missing man was found after 22 years, thanks to Google Earth.
This is a cool story, everyone.
William Earl Moult was last seen leaving a nightclub in his car by himself in 1997. 2 decades later, his remains and car were found submerged in a Florida pond. A former resident of the Grand Isle community in Wellington, Florida, uncovered the remains of William Earl Moult, who had been missing since 1997. He was looking through the area with the satellite images from Google Earth. William's remains were finally discovered inside his car, a 1994 Saturn, which had also gone missing during his disappearance, that was submerged in the neighborhood's retention pond. The vehicle, though later found not too far from the pond's edge, was not visible to the naked eye, but a former resident scanning the area using Google Earth caught sight of the car's yellowish tint from a bird's eye view of the water. This discovery is a major breakthrough in the decades-old missing persons case. He was last seen leaving the nightclub, and before he left, he phoned his girlfriend that he was on his way home. Witnesses said that he left alone inside his vehicle and did not appear intoxicated. A day later, when William's whereabouts were still unknown, his family reported him missing to the police. His case was unsolved for the last 22 years, until now. So the resident immediately contacted the sheriff's office and told them what they found, this guy that found the image on Google Earth. After the unidentified former neighbor caught sight of the vehicle, they contacted a current resident who lives adjacent to the pond to verify the visual. The resident then used a personal drone to fly over the water and found that it was indeed a car underneath the water surface. They described the drowned car as heavily calcified, and after examination by the medical examiner's office, the body was confirmed to be that then 40-year-old William Moult. The car had been in that lake for 22 years, a resident said. Many of the neighborhood's residents are still in disbelief that they had been there the whole entire time, and there's been a dead body underneath the pond for that long, mere feet from the houses surrounding it. The car seems to have been visible on Google Earth since 2007, but was only recently discovered. The neighborhood around the retention pond was still under construction at the time when he went missing. William was not a frequent drinker, but he did have several drinks at the bar before he left, but he still did not appear intoxicated. Now that the body has been found, investigators are trying to figure out how and when William's car ended up in the water.
Yeah, I saw this story too, as you know. I heard about this story a few years ago on another podcast, and I can't remember which podcast it was, but I found it fascinating. And did you see the picture?
Yeah, I did.
I think I'm going to put it on an infographic.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, it was interesting.
Because it's right by the shore.
Right by the shore.
Like
it's crazy that nobody's seen it.
Yeah, it's completely visible.
Yeah.
In the Google Earth shot.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not looking for something, it can be pretty easy to miss, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's deep.
Yeah, it was deep.
Like, no pun intended.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really sad.
Yeah, that's too bad. How did he end up there?
Well, I might have just gone off the road.
Yeah, but you would think they would have saw tire tracks, cause especially if it was a construction site.
Well, but that might be why they didn't notice them, right? Because there might be lots of other deep treads from heavy vehicles and such.
Yeah.
Might have just been like, whatever. And again, how many things, things go missing all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know? I still can't find my passport. I literally don't know where it is.
Oh, you can't find it.
No, what am I saying? I have my 3 ones before that, and I found my...
That doesn't help, does it?
Not even a little. I found my birth certificate yesterday, which I'm pretty happy about, but I'll be damned if I know where my passport is.
Really?
Well, yeah.
No way.
Shut up.
That reminds me, I got to renew mine. But anyways, that's...
Get the tenure.
Yeah, that's what I usually do.
Damn right.
Don't tell me what to do.
Huh?
God.
Just do it. But I remember when they didn't used to even offer that.
Yeah.
Losers. But yeah, no, I remember hearing about that. And that is... It's interesting how... I'm kind of thinking on the fly here, but I mean, this dude, he's just... And I read too, he was not drunk.
No.
And just coming home from a few drinks, and it wasn't crazy late. What was it, like 11 or 11:30
or
something
like that.
He left.
Yeah.
So it's not like he was tying one on all night.
No. Just out for a drive, going home,
Gone.
and disappears.
Yeah. There was another incident like this too, with 2 young women who left a party, and the same thing.
Really?
Car went off the road and went into like some sort of drainage ditch or stream or whatever. Both drowned.
Jeez.
Here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah. I wonder if this man's parents are still around.
Well,
just to have some sort of closure to it, right?
But he was like 40 at the time? Or would he be 40 now?
He would be 40 now.
Okay, so there's a pretty good chance his parents. And that was from like...
1990...
But
what did I say? 1997 is when he went missing.
But yeah, it was 2019 when they found him. Mm-hmm. So odds are pretty good his parents were, at least, should still be alive.
Yeah.
Barring any sort of equal disaster.
Sure.
Sure. Wow. Yeah, I remember seeing that. I almost used that as a story myself.
Yep. Womp womp.
That was a wink, by the way.
What else you got?
Oh, I got something
You
for
got
you.
another one?
Oh, I got something.
Okay, I can't wait.
Yeah, so as I said, this one was sent to me by my friend Becky Claire, housemate of my other friend Jessica. Small world, eh?
Look at that.
Look at that. That three people who know each other in the same city.
What are the odds?
I know. Okay, this is a happy tale.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I've called it A Tale of Two Lauras.
Aww.
Mm-hmm. I like the name Laura.
Do you?
Right. So
You should name your plant Laura.
you already told me to name it Jake because of your what do you call it? Your cousin's boyfriend.
Yeah.
What's his name?
James.
Yeah, right, James.
Yeah.
Captain something.
Yes.
His handle is Captain something.
Yeah.
No, it's Jake, man. Deal is down. All right, don't interrupt me again. Just kidding.
Wow.
Yeah.
See what I put up with? God.
Okay. In June 2001, in a small farm in Staffordshire, England, a 10-year-old girl named Laura Buxton was celebrating her grandparents' 50th wedding anniversary. At one point, urged by her grandfather, Buxton wrote a note, "Please return to Laura Buxton," along with her address, on a small card, attached it to a gold mylar balloon, and released it into the cloudless sky. As the balloon rose high above the party and danced with the wind, Buxton's grandfather patted her on the back. "Maybe if you're lucky," he said, "it won't get stuck in a tree somewhere." Thanks, Granddad. 2 days later, 140 miles away in Milton Lilbourne, a farmer was checking on his cattle in a field and came across a deflated balloon in his neighbor's hedge. He was about to discard it as trash when he noticed the note. His neighbors had a daughter named Laura, so he passed it along to them. This begins a series of extremely uncanny coincidences. The girl the farmer gave the balloon to was also named Laura Buxton, and was also just shy of 10 years old.
Holy.
But she was an entirely different girl. When she received the balloon, she wrote a letter to the Laura Buxton who'd sent it, explaining that she was also Laura Buxton. After some ensuing confusion and parental skepticism, the two planned to meet up. A 3-hour drive apart, the two Laura Buxtons not only shared the same name, but were nearly the exact same age, were the same height, which was unusual, considering they were both well above average for their age at 4 feet 7 inches,
Jeez.
had brown pigtails and blue eyes, and were in year 5 in primary school. In a Radiolab interview, the girls recalled the astonishing similarities that arose as they spoke for the first time. They both had 3-year-old female black Labrador dogs, gray rabbits, and guinea pigs with identical markings, orange spots on hind legs.
Wow.
Upon meeting, they unintentionally chose to wear identical outfits, a pink sweater and jeans. Certainly, some aspects of the story can be reasoned statistically. The girl's identical hair color and style, brown pigtails, eye color, blue, and height 4 foot 7 inches aren't that shocking as standalone facts. They were, after all, from the same geographic region. Their identical stable of pets, though odd, doesn't seem impossible. All three are common household pets in the English countryside. But for a balloon to route a 140-mile course directly to another nearly identical 10-year-old girl with the same name is nothing short of miraculous. David J. Hand, a professor of mathematics at Imperial College London and author of The Improbability Principle, a book that explores the statistical probabilities of extremely unlikely circumstances, disagrees. While he admits that it would be a brave person who dismissed these as mere chance events, he thinks there is a deeper implication at work regarding incidents like this.
Citing what he calls the improbability principle, Hans says that highly improbable events are commonplace and are merely a consequence of the mathematics of chance, coupled with the psychology of humans. Strange things happen all the time, he reasons, and we vastly underestimate the chance of coincidences. But Laura Buxton and her doppelganger refused to believe the incident was anything other than fate at work. Convinced that some force greater than mere chance had brought them together, the two formed a bond. 13 years later, they are still friends. The girls still meet up when time and commitments allow them, the mother of Laura Buxton, number 1, told a local paper. We have no idea why this happened, but it did, and out of it has come a wonderful friendship. So yeah, that's the tale of two Lauras.
That's cool. That's cool. I love stuff like that.
I know.
It's just, again, what are the odds, right?
I
Which
don't
is
know.
part of the story. But yeah.
Yeah, and I get what this mathematician's saying. I mean, he's being a bit of a killjoy.
Yeah.
But he's right. Like, we humans look for patterns.
Sure.
And, when we see something, we're like, oh my God, that's really a coincidence.
Yes.
But they happen all the time.
They do happen all the time.
And I actually remember, I know you don't watch Seinfeld, which you are out of control.
Whatever.
It is, anyway, hilarious. Anyways, they have a disagreement. One says, well, it's a big coincidence. The other one says, there are no big coincidences. There are only coincidences.
Mm-hmm.
And that's true.
Right.
It's like saying, well, that's really illegal. No.
It's just illegal.
Something is either illegal
Yeah.
or it's not.
Yeah.
There's no question of degrees to it.
Sure.
It's a question, there's degrees to crimes,
Yeah.
but not illegality. It either is or it isn't.
Right.
But no, I read the story and I thought it was awesome. I might do an infographic on this too. I'm probably not going to do one of the guy using an axe to sever his own penis.
No, maybe not.
I don't even know how I'd come up with an image for that.
Just
I choose
an
not
axe.
to.
Just an axe and
Yeah.
a wiener. Like a hot dog wiener.
Yeah, or as opposed to the dachshund, you mean? Jesus.
But yeah, that's a cool story.
No, I really like that one.
That's really neat. I love that.
And it's a happy story.
It is a happy
A
story.
friendship was made, but it is weird. Like 140 miles away. That's no small distance.
And it just happened to stop
I don't-
at her place. Like,
well, strictly speaking, it didn't.
well, the neighbor.
But
Yes.
yeah, you're still right. I
Yeah.
mean, it's, I don't know how common. Laura's probably a reasonably common name
Sure.
in England. I'm trying to think if I had
But
any
first
students
and
in
last
England
name.
named Laura. I don't think I did. I don't know how common it is. And Buxton, that really sounds English to me.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that a bear?
Buxton? No, you're thinking of Teddy Ruxpin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. Whoa.
That was a creepy ass doll, man.
Was it? I didn't have when I was too
Oh,
old
my
for that when it came out.
God.
Didn't it say, like, I love you? Stuff like that?
I can picture it clear as day, but I can't remember what it would say.
Touch my bottom.
It might. It might.
Oh, my God.
You want one now, don't you?
No, I certainly do not, because it'll probably come alive at night. I'll
It
wake
probably
up in the
does.
morning and it'll be... Wake up in the night, it'll be standing on my chest.
I love you.
I hate it. Hate it. I don't like it at all.
Hey, I got those bears. Remember I was telling you the bears that I ordered from AliExpress?
Oh, yeah.
The ones that look like they're breathing? I got them. I got them already.
It's unsettling. How big are they? Are they human sized?
Don't know.
Oh,
How would that fit in the mailbox?
I don't know.
I don't know. They're like that big.
Oh, do
They're
they
not that
actually
big.
look like they're breathing?
Yeah, their bellies go in and out, and they
Do
breathe.
they have batteries?
Yeah.
You don't have to put a bellows into them
Of
or
course, it
something?
has batteries. What else is it gonna do?
I don't know.
It's not like
Oh, so they're not real bears.
they're not real bears.
That's good.
No, I don't know if you can order those from AliExpress, but you
Real
could
bears?
try.
I hope not. It's kind of not cool to the bear.
No.
Yeah. So I think that wraps it up for stories
Yes, I
today.
think so.
What are we, drunk?
I don't know.
Yeah, so like we said, a quick reminder again that we are in the works to do a live recording, a live podcast episode, but we will obviously keep you apprised of what's going on there.
Yes, we will.
You have anything you want to say to our people?
Yes,
You sure
I do. As a reminder, check out our website at theabsurdpodcast.ca. You'll find all of our streaming platforms there, links to those, I should say, and links to Facebook, Instagram, all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm. And if you do, check us out on Spotify or your other preferred platform. Please give us a review, preferably 5 stars. You know, we bruise easy. And share.
Yes,
let other people know that you like our podcast and that they should listen to it, because they probably should.
They should. Yeah.
Thanks everyone again for coming by today, and hopefully you enjoyed the show. And we'll talk to you again soon. So take care of yourselves and one another.
Bye.
Bye.
The Absurd Podcast is written, produced, and recorded by Rod and Mel. Music by Audionautics.com.